Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. Thank you again for joining me. Today, I want to talk about Sabbath confessions. Now, what is Sabbath confessions? It's where the Catholics and the different Protestant churches admitted that the seventh day is the true Sabbath, the hollow one that Yahweh blessed, sanctified, uh, and it's just an admission from these different churches. And I'm going to read some quotes from you, and hopefully the what who said this, the books they might have been in, pamphlets, whatever, the letters. I'm going to go with the Anglican first. Anglican here, and this is quoted here. And where are we told in the scriptures that we are to keep the first day at all, meaning Sunday? We are commanded to keep the seventh day, but we are nowhere commanded to keep the first day. The reason why we keep the first day of the week holy instead of the seventh is for the same reason that we observe many other things, not because of the Bible, but because the church has enjoined it. And that's from the Plain Sermons on the Catechisms, Isaac Williams. Another quote here. We have made the change from the seventh day to the first day, from Saturday to Sunday, on the authority of the one holy Catholic Church. So they say we're following the Catholic Church. What do you expect? Follow the mother. The daughters following the mother. And this is from Why We Keep Sunday, Bishop Seymour. Another one here. The Lord's Day is merely this holy institution. It was not introduced by virtue of the fourth commandment, Jeremy Taylor. The primitive Christians had a great veneration for the Sabbath and spent the day in devotion and sermons. And 'tis not to be doubted, but they derived this practice from the apostles themselves. A discourse in 6 dialogues on the name, notion, and observation of the Lord's Day, page 189. I'm going to go to the Baptist here, what the Baptist has to say. Right here it says, to me it seems unaccountable that Yeshua, during his 3 years intercourse with his disciples, often conversing with them upon the Sabbath question, never alluded by any transference of the day. Also, that during 40 days of his resurrection life, no such thing was intimated. Dr. Edward T. Hiscox, New York Ministers Conference, November 13th, 1893. Here's another one. But what a pity. Sunday worship comes branded with the mark of paganism and Christian with the name of the Son God adopted and sanctioned by the papal apostasy and bequeathed as a sacred legacy to Protestantism. Dr. Edward T. Hiscox, New York Ministers Conference, November 13th, 1893. One more here. The Lord's Day is not sanctified by any specific command or by any inevitable inference. In all the New Testament, there is no hint or suggestion of a legal obligation binding any man, whether saint or sinner, to observe the day. Its sanctity arises only out of what it means to be to the true believer. The Sabbath question, J.J. Taylor, Baptist, page 72. Now I'm going to go to the Congregationalist. It is quite clear that however rigidly and devotedly we may spend Sunday, we are not keeping the Sabbath. The Sabbath was founded on a specific divine command. We can plead no such command for the obligation to observe Sunday. There is not a single sentence in the New Testament to suggest that we incur any penalty by violating the supposed sanctity of the Sunday. And this is the Ten Commandments, Dr. R.W. Dale. And one more right here on this church. The Christian Sabbath, Sunday is not in the scriptures and was not by the primitive church called the Sabbath. Theology Explained and Defended, 1823, Timothy Dwight. Now, I'm going to go to the Disciples of Christ Church. But say some, it was changed from the seventh day to the first day. Where? When? By whom? No man can tell. No, it never was changed, nor could it be unless creation was to be gone through again. For the reason a sign must be changed before the observation or respect to the reason can be changed. It is old wives' fables to talk of the change of the Sabbath from the seventh to the first day. If it be changed, it was the august personages changed it, who changes times and laws. I think his name is Dr. Antichrist. The Christian baptism, February 2nd, 1824. Alexander Campbell, founder of the Disciples of Christ. Here's another quote from them. The first day of the week is commonly called the Sabbath. This is a mistake. The Sabbath of the Bible was the day just preceding the first day of the week. The first day of the week is never called the Sabbath anywhere in the entire scriptures. It is also an error to talk about the change of the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. There is not in any place in the Bible any intimation of such a change. First day observation, pages 17 and 19. Now, I'm going to jump over to the Lutherans. We have seen how gradually the impression of the Jewish Sabbath faded from the mind of the Christian church, and how completely they never thought underlying the observance of the first day took possession of the church. We have seen that the Christians of the first 3 centuries never confused one with the other. And this is called the Sunday Problem, 1923. Okay, another one. There was and is a commandment to keep holy the Sabbath day, but the Sabbath day was not Sunday. It will be said, however, that with some show of triumph, that the Sabbath was transferred from the seventh to the first day of the week. Where can the record of such a transaction be found? Not in the New Testament, absolutely not. Dr. Edward T. Hiscock's New York Ministers' Conference, November 13, 1893. Now we'll go to the Methodists here. The reason we observe the first day instead of the seventh day is based on no positive command. One will search the scriptures in vain for authority to change from the seventh day to the first. 10 Rules for Living, Methodist, Clovis G. Chappell. And here's another one from the Methodist. And it is true there is no positive command for infant baptism, nor is there any for keeping holy the first day of the week. Methodist, Amos Biney, page 180 to 81. Now we'll go to the Presbyterian. The Sabbath is a part of the Decalogue, the 10 Commandments. This alone forever settles the question as to the perpetuity of the institution. Until, therefore, it can be shown that the whole moral law has been repealed, the Sabbath will stand. The teaching of Christ confirms the perpetuity of the Sabbath. Theology Condensed, T.C. Blake, D.D. We got a lot of, there's a lot of confessions and everything. And I'd go with, show you another one with Baptists again if you want. There was and is a commandment to keep holy the Sabbath day, but the Sabbath day was not Sunday. It will be said, however, that with some show of triumph that the Sabbath was transferred from the seventh to the first day of the week. Where can the record of such a transaction be found? Not in the Testament, absolutely not. There is no scriptural evidence of the change of the Sabbath institution from the seventh day to the first day of the week. We believe in the law of God is the eternal and unchangeable rule of his moral government. Baptist Church Manual, Article 12. Got Churches of Christ, also Disciples of Christ. There is no direct scriptural authority for designating the first day of the Lord's Day. Dr. D.H. Lucas, Christian Oracle, January 23rd, 1890. They got quite a bit here. This would be the Church of England. I'll read the one about the Church of England right here. Is there any command in the New Testament to change the day of the weekly rest from Saturday to Sunday? None. Manual of Christian Doctrine, page 127. Here's the Moody Bible Institute. The Sabbath was binding in Eden, and it has been enforced ever since. The fourth commandment begins with the word remember, showing that the Sabbath already existed when God wrote the law on the tables of stone at Sinai. How can men claim that this one commandment has been done away with when they will admit that the other 9 are still binding? D.L. Moody, Wade and Wanting, page 47. Now, let's see. See if I go to find something else. I think I could read. I'll just read a couple from the Catholics. Okay, from the same Catholic Church, you have accepted your Sunday, and that Sunday is the Lord's Day. She has handed down as the tradition. Tradition, get that. And the entire Protestant world has accepted it, a tradition. For you have not an iota of Scripture to establish it. Therefore, that which you have accepted as your rule of faith, inadequate as it is, of course, as well as your Sunday, you have accepted on the authority of the Roman Catholic Church. This is D.B. Ray, The Papal Controversy, 1892, page 179. Here's another one. You may read the Bible from Genesis and Revelation. You will not find a single line authorizing the sanctification of Sunday. The Scriptures enforce the religious observance of Saturday, a day which we Catholics never sanctify. Now, this is James Cardinal Gibbons, The Faith of Our Fathers, page 111. One more here. There is but one church on the face of the earth which has the power or claims power to make laws binding on the conscience, binding before God, binding under the penalty of hellfire. For instance, the institution of Sunday. What right has any other church to keep this day? You answer by virtue of the third commandment. The papacy has changed the fourth and called it the third. They shuffled it around, which says, remember that thou keep holy the Sabbath day. The Sunday is not the Sabbath. Any schoolboy knows that Sunday is the first day of the week. I have repeatedly offered $1,000 to anyone who will prove by the Bible alone that Sunday is the day that we are bound to keep. No one has called for the money. It was the Holy Catholic Church that changed the day of rest from Saturday, the seventh day, to Sunday, the first day of the week. And this is from T. Enright, CSSR, in a lecture delivered in 1893. So them are just there's more quotes and admissions, but this gives you a little bit of an idea, from the Sabbath to Sunday. Who changed it? The Catholic Church did. Constantine, Constantine's council at Nicaea, and they changed a bunch of stuff around from like the Easter and Passover controversy, and later, the Trinity popped up, that so foreign to the apostles and the disciples in the first and part of the second century. But this gives you an idea, you cannot find, where it says, change it from Sabbath to Sunday. We are not to keep the first day in reverence and holy. Catholic Church did that, and the daughters, the Protestants, the denominations did that. They followed suit. They're the daughters, just like what it says in Revelations. You got the mother harlot and you got the daughters. But I just wanted to share them with you. Let me know what you think about them, and I thank you again for joining me. It's been a pleasure. So please hit that notification bell. I'm going to have some more content come out, of course, like always. Appreciate if you subscribe and hit the big like button. And thank you again for joining me. Till we meet again. Peace out and shalom.